To the soldiers and airmen of the Enlisted Association of the National Guard of the United States, greetings. I'm Governor Mike Pence from the great state of Indiana, home to the 6th largest National Guard in America and the crossroads of America. I'm so grateful the association chose Indianapolis to host its 2015 National Conference, and we look forward to sharing our beautiful capital city with all of you. Centrally located, Indianapolis, Indiana is easily accessible, offers luxurious accommodations, all within walking distance to many sites and things to do all around the city. And as people learned a few short years ago when we hosted the Super Bowl, Indianapolis is also a fun place to visit and a great place for a convention. You're also going to experience a great sense of patriotism when you come to Indiana. Here in the Hoosier state, we cherish those of you who've worn the uniform of the United States.
We're really excited about the opportunity to have you come and visit us here. We've got some great events planned. I think those of you that want to come in early on the 7th, we're going to have a golf outing at the Brickyard Crossing right at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 3 of the 18 holes is right in the center of the speedway. That's kind of exciting, a world-class golf course.
proud of our National Guard and those who've answered the call, particularly during the difficult times following that fateful day in September of 2001. For me and my family, I'll never forget that day. I was a member of the Congress of the United States. I was actually on Capitol Hill on 9/11. And with the smoke still rising from the Pentagon and all of us still reeling from that devastating attack in New York City and in our nation's capital, I went back and gathered with my young family in suburban Washington, D.C. And it was in a few short moments with my young children that I minted a deeper appreciation for those of you to whom I speak today and all of those who've answered the call in the days following that day in September of 2001. We were gathered around the kitchen table with our young children that very afternoon. My wife and I had a little bit of a family meeting to talk about what was going to come ahead, that Daddy would have new responsibilities in Washington, D.C., and that there would be work to be done. But it was when my 5-year-old followed me into the kitchen as I was headed back to Capitol Hill that my heart was deeply moved, and moved by the service of so many of you within the sound of my voice. There, standing in the kitchen of that suburban Washington home, my 5-year-old daughter looked up at me with those big brown eyes, and she said words I'll never forget. She said, "Daddy, if we have to make a war, do you have to go?" Her words just went straight to my heart. I went down on one knee. I threw my arms around that little girl. I kissed her on the cheek, and I said, "Daddy's too old." But I thought in that very moment, and every day since, of those of you that answered that call differently, who went down on one knee with a son or a daughter, who hugged a spouse, who hugged a mom and a dad as you put on the uniform and stepped into harm's way. Every single day I've dedicated my life, in the 10 different times that I visited soldiers downrange in Iraq and Afghanistan when I was in the Congress, and all that I've done as governor of the state of Indiana to keep faith with those of you who took a stand for freedom from that fateful hour forward. But you know what? I'm not rare in Indiana. I'm very confident that when you come to the Hoosier State, you're going to feel the patriotism of our people, but more than anything else, you're going to feel the gratitude of 6.5 million people who honor those of you who've served. And so thank you for your service to our nation. We in Indiana look forward to seeing the soldiers and airmen of the Enlisted Association of the National Guard in the United States in our capital city next August. I know you're going to love your time in Indianapolis, and I know Hoosiers are going to extend that warm hospitality and gratitude to all of you who have served during your time here in our great state. God bless you, and enjoy your week.